Okay, now we can start. I'm calling it. The original idea was to just do content. I don't want to commit to like I'm doing a podcast and like I just don't want to commit to that. So I just thought, well, I love talking to artists. This is a really great setup we've got. Let's just do some conversations, and then what we're gonna do is I will end up probably posting the whole thing at some point. But the idea is to clip it up, have some content. Send it out with the artwork when I'm promoting stuff.
Cool.
And then basically just, like for added benefit to the gallery.
Promotion and stuff.
But then today I started calling it the Gallery Hangover because we're all so tired from yesterday. And so I was like, oh, that's actually kind of a good like name for it. You know, like, so I think we may try to play off of it and see what happens. Right. I don't think it will end up being an official podcast. I don't want to say I'm not interested, but in a way I'm not.
So, yeah. You don't want to have that commitment going.
It feels like it's just so tedious and I get tired.
Yeah.
Because I'm old now. And I'm actually,
aren't we all?
I know I'm going to get hot. So that is that.
Cool mug.
Thanks. It's my artwork.
I know.
And then it's my artwork, and you can try it again if you want.
It looks really like, unless you have a filter on.
I don't have a filter on. We're super pro around here. Is that center again with everything? Oh, you got it? The production coordinator back here? So you're our last one. Today we did a little mini like talk, him and I, for like a live. And then I had Sarah. Did you meet? Actually, I know you met because she talked about you today. So I know you met Sarah, and then Malachi. I don't know if you met Malachi.
I didn't meet Malachi. I saw him, but I didn't get a chance to talk to him.
He had the big tractor piece in front. So we were talking about that, and anyway, so one of the very first kind of things I do want to address is, how did the show go? Like, how did you feel? It was good turnout. I feel like,
great turnout. There's just fun, like getting to meet the new people, like getting to meet Sarah. That was cool.
Yeah.
And then seeing like the old faces, like Cameron, who I haven't seen in so long. And
that's what I said last night. Cameron, Janet, Jonas had come out. I don't know if you ran into Jonas. It might have been other timing. Yeah. And I was like, oh God, it feels like it's 2012 all over again. We're back. We're back, guys. And it was kind of fun to have everybody in one spot.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Yeah. You know, so that was pretty good. But I was telling Rodrigo this morning, I really feel like there's just been kind of a shift. Could be the time change, could be the holidays, but it also could be that people feel like they're going out a little bit more. So it was just kind of a lot of new faces. We had a lot of new people come from the neighborhood. That was pretty cool. So overall, I felt like it was a good, fun turnout.
Yeah,
fun,
and then
show.
The guy that was doing the wine at the bar back there.
Oh, Adam.
He was from Carpentry as well, so we got to talk.
They went to school together.
Oh, okay.
That's how we know him. Yeah, he comes and does art. Started his winery.
Yeah.
You know, and then so he'll come and do the art shows, and then he is gonna come do LA. He couldn't do it this week. I guess he's something out of town, but like it's just nice to have like somebody who he does a good job.
Yeah.
The wine's good.
Yeah.
And then he's obviously like
he's a chill guy, but he was like, I'm from this town. No one's really heard of Carpentry. I was like, I grew up there. He was
like, I'm from here. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was like, what? You grew up there? I went to Carpentry. Did you? He's like, no, he went to some like fancy school.
He went to fancy school.
Yeah.
Well, he does own a winery. He's very fancy.
Yeah. So I was like, I got stuck at Carpie.
What's that? Oh.
Duh.
Got it.
So you went to Bishop also? Oh, okay.
Oh.
See, we're both from Carpie.
Yeah, I know.
Warrior.
I feel like it's been so long since you've been here.
Yeah.
How long has it been?
I don't think I did any shows last year. So
you didn't do any last year? Not even the beginning? Last year I had to take a break. I got sick last year. So there was I had a gap.
Oh.
And so I think that's probably, it was just, there was no coming back from that. And I basically lost a whole show cycle because of it. So space was limited.
Yes.
But I am trying to get, it's one of the reasons I wanted to get back in touch with you. And I want to make it more of a habit, I don't want to have such a gap again. I really want to have a good, and you're just constantly working. And then I know you're doing Kendra said you're doing another Japan trip coming up.
Yeah, in the fall we're going to go to Hokkaido for the first time.
Okay, and where is that? Like mountain more, or is it
up north? It's like where Sapporo is. Like,
okay,
so it's like it's the main island is where like Tokyo and everything, Osaka and Kyoto are, and then like Hokkaido's the island on top.
Got it.
And so it's like up north. It's really cold. It snows a lot, and like
so cool.
But we've never been there, so we're just like want to go there and check that part out. Like every other year we go to Japan.
Yeah.
And every other year we do a new country. Like go see something like.
Well, because you were just in Taiwan.
We're in Taiwan this last fall, and then this fall we're back in Japan, but we're going to see a new part of it, and then spend a week in Tokyo because we love Tokyo. So 1 week new, and then 1 week old.
Got
Not
it.
old, but Tokyo, where it's familiar.
How was Taiwan?
Taiwan was awesome, but it was like.
Hold on, I feel like I have to pause. It's just too loud. It's all right. I can start How was Taiwan again here in a minute.
That's the cool thing about this studio.
Oh, it's so cool. I know. I love it. It is it has the benefits, but sometimes it just gets a little loud. It feels echoey. Okay. How was Taiwan?
It was awesome. It was really good. Like, I didn't know what to expect, so I didn't do much research on it. So I kind of thought, like, how uninformed I was. I thought it was like its own like culture and own kind of thing, but it was basically everyone spoke Chinese, like everyone spoke Mandarin.
Got it.
So it's like, very different in that sense. I kind of wasn't expecting that part of it. So I was like, oh, okay. But the city itself, like, we went to two parts. Went to like Taipei and then Kaohsiung's like in the southern part.
Mm-hmm.
So even though it was fall, it was like super hot and humid. And it was like in the 80s, and it was like, like end of October, beginning of November. So it was like, oh man, it was like, but the city itself was like very different from like say Japan, where it's like you would see everyone's on scooters. So there's just like the whole street's full of like scooters, and there's like the dad driving the scooter, the mom behind him, the kid in between.
Yeah.
There's like 4 people on a scooter. And they're just trucking along like with all the cars and stuff.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot. And it
very condensed.
But they had like a lot of like the food was really good, and they have like the food stalls. They'll do like what is it? Not like a celebration, but like just night markets basically. So every night we would just go around and eat different food stalls and just check out the food, and
those are fun.
It was cool because there was like where our hotel was, it was like a really nice hotel, and then like there's like all these stores around it, like Louis Vuitton and Gucci, and like immediate drop off into like kind of like rundown buildings and like kind of slums. There's no like kind of transition. It's just like glamour, like slums. And I was just like, whoa, it was just pretty shocking little juxtaposition there, but it was like cool, like to see, like there wasn't, like I never felt unsafe there. It was like really pretty.
No, like, it definitely congested and condensed, but I've never heard of there, it being like necessarily a problem. It's very touristy. People will go and check everything out.
Yeah. The one thing that was disconcerting was on the trains, they have videos on how to fend off a knife attack.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, what?
Oh,
so
wow.
Apparently you can walk around with knives in Taiwan and on the trains and stuff, and they tell you like your knives must be sheathed when you're on the train. And then there's videos like a business guy holding up his suitcase trying to block a guy being like trying to attack him with the knife. I'm just like,
that is hilarious.
Wouldn't it be easier to just not have the knives? But I don't know what the reason for that is, but I just found that interesting. I was like, and actually like nothing happened while we were there, but when we got back, like 2 weeks after we got back, there was a massive like knife attack in Taiwan on the subway.
Oh my God.
Somebody like just was running around the subway station knifing people. I was just like,
is the subway as efficient as when we had, because remember in Japan, that's how we got around like the whole city.
Yeah.
Is it as efficient? Or is it like just a different?
It's pretty similar. I don't know if it's as punctual. You know how Japan's just like on the dot, like, and every 2 minutes there's a train. So if you miss one, you're like, okay,
it's very organized. Yeah.
It's I mostly either walked or took taxis. So I only took the train a couple times.
Oh.
But when I did
Well,
take
like
it was okay.
Japan was the first subway I've ever been on
Mm-hmm.
that I'd get a little claustrophobic just because that's just me. But we only had like one busy time when we went.
Yeah.
Other than that, we had lots
brutal.
of
Like,
That was a little rough. I had a panic.
Yeah,
I was
no. Yeah, we had to stop and give you a breather.
I was like, ooh, that was rough. But all the other times were very comfortable, and then we just had to time it.
Yeah.
But I never felt unsafe. Nothing was dirty. Everything's perfect. That was the only positive subway experience I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
You know, Mexico City was shady. New York is shady.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like
those are
I'm not big on going underground with all the folks.
Yeah.
You know,
like the Tokyo Metro is just like the most efficient, safest thing. Like
it's so crazy.
On this last trip, I went in February with all my friends, like some of the people that were here last night.
Yeah.
And it was their first time, like, and so I wanted to show them Nagoya. So we went out to Nagoya and like, we took the bullet train there because they'd never been on it. So it's like, all right, we'll ride the bullet train. We got like the business class. So we had the nice seats.
So wild.
We get there in the evening and like, I wanted to show them this particular place called Oasis 21. It's like this big, like walkway platform. That's like the tiles, they're lit up and you can see through it. And there's a shopping district down below. So you're just seeing all these people like in the ice skating rink and people
so
shopping.
Cool.
And it's all like through ripply water, but then the tiles light up. And it's just a really futuristic, like cool looking place. And people go there just like on dates and walk around or just sightsee because you get a cool view of the city.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're like 4 grown ass men that did not check the timetable for the train to go back to Tokyo. And so at around 10 o'clock, we're like, should we start going back to the, to the train, the JR station? And we're like, yeah, it's 10:30. Okay, yeah, let's go. And we got to the station and I don't see a single train for Tokyo. And we're like,
oh no.
I was like, hey, there's one for Osaka, which is the complete opposite direction. And I asked the train manager, like, are there any trains left for Tokyo? He's like, no, 6 a.m. So we're like, oh fuck. And I didn't have my passport, so I couldn't get they wouldn't let me get a hotel room.
Got it.
And we went to different hotels and finally, luckily all the rest of our friends had them. So one hotel was nice enough to be like, okay, you can stay, but you're going to have to email us a picture of your passport when you get back to Tokyo.
Isn't that wild? They're so trusting. Yeah. I mean, not trusting, obviously, you couldn't just check in, but like you finally found like somebody had a little common sense and was just like, okay, we're human.
Yeah.
You need a place to stay. No big deal.
It's like
that's so nuts.
And like, we're just like, okay. And like, but the cool part about that was in the morning, we got up at 6, we got up at like 5:30 to catch the 6 o'clock train. And like the sun was just coming up and we're just cruising along. And then you see Mount Fuji, crystal clear as day. Like that's the clearest I'd ever seen it with the morning sun just hitting it. Like it was, I just took a bunch of photos. We were just sitting there snapping and like, so that made it all worthwhile. I was like, okay, we totally messed up, but we got to see this awesome view that you don't get to see a lot of times when you're passing by there. Like the Japanese say, if you get to see Fuji on a crystal clear day, you're gonna have good fortune. Like it's considered good luck. So we're just like, well, we got to.
Have you printed them?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I haven't.
Like now I want to show those.
Yeah, they weren't like. Sadly, they didn't come out that good because there was a window reflection. Like
play into it, double exposure.
I know. I've tried. I was like,
it is,
but it wasn't. It's not a good one. Like sometimes it's magic, and then sometimes you're like, yeah, that's just not gonna work. But I mean, it's a good shot of it. But I have like better shots that I've taken in the past. So.
Do you feel? I mean, we could talk about traveling forever because I know that's what you like, and I do too. But like, just do you feel? Because I mean, your studio work. Mm-hmm. It's so cool as well, and we've had those pieces here too. But how do you feel? Like, are you? I don't want to say I don't think you've put any studio work out that I've seen lately. I feel like everything is like travel driven that's coming out.
So far, yeah, I've been doing that, but I'm actually gonna do when I went to this last Japan trip, I picked up a kimono, like I used a secondhand kimono, and my
like a real one.
A real one, like they're secondhand, so like how well people treat their stuff in Japan. Like I got it for about $120 US, which was crazy cheap.
My god!
Because the yen's really weak right now against the dollar, so like and it's just like everything's like half off basically. So
wow.
Like, okay, so I got that, and I'm gonna do a thing where I put a new head onto my robot.
Yes.
And so now he has like this like TV for a head. It's this weird Russian TV, and it's like rectangular. And then we like my friends that were here last night, Tony and Cliff, they like opened it up and took all the guts out from inside the TV, and we popped in like these LEDs and stuff into it. So now he like lights up, and his head like looks really cool. So he's got this like TV head with this big antenna, and then Cliff's daughter is going to pose in the kimono, and she's.
Oh, I thought you were gonna put the kimono on the robot.
No,
and
no,
I was
no,
like,
no.
oh my god, this is gonna be so cool.
No, it's gonna be a sci-fi thing where she's gonna have the kimono, but she's gonna have like a space helmet. And we're making like a little jetpack for it. So
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, that's my next
gonna be good.
studio thing. That's the one I'm really excited to work.
We should do a solo.
I would love that.
The Protocols of the Cross solo show is still one of my favorites.
Yeah, people still talk to me about that.
It is still so good. I mean, I would love to do another.
One of Kendra's clients at her hospital like came in. They were like, "Wait, you're married to Shortblade? Like, I saw his thing at this Protocols of the Cross show." Like,
that's hilarious. So, I love it.
I'm the doctor, and people are more impressed with you and your show. I'm like, sorry.
Oh man. So. No, I love it. And I love, obviously, I love the travel stuff that comes in. But I think just, working with you for so long, it is interesting to see both sides, you know, and it's fun to hear you like.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is I don't have studio space right now in my studio because it's being taken up by storage. Like Kendra got this antique dresser from her grandmother when she passed away.
Oh.
And it's massive, and she put it in there as like storage until she like got some work done on it.
Got it.
And so I'm kind of like limited to about.
So life is happening, and your studio space is dwindled.
Studio space is gone. So basically, my studio is gone. So I am working on stuff, but it's more like inside the house, and I'll just like make little sets. I have like a macro lens.
Yeah.
Or scale stuff.
But not an opportunity to do like a nice big like sci-fi series again.
Yeah, like I've done stuff with like those retro TVs. I keep doing stuff. But...
Yeah, we should do it. We could do it here, or we could do it, because when we were doing the solos, I've got this situated now where the front is a little bit more sectioned off, and that's where we're doing our solo features, and then the rest of the group show can gather, in the towards the like moving from the middle to the back.
Right.
But in Los Angeles, I'm dividing that up. Like it's got the one side that goes, a certain like has that kind of corner that wraps around. But I can divide that up as well. So we could do a solo show in either one. Like, but I would, I love it. I'm confident in your work. Like it's always a hit.
That one is gonna be. I'm really excited for that because I've had that idea in my head for so long.
Yeah.
And then it was just a matter of buying the kimono. Like I was gonna buy it last year when I went, but I wasn't able to. There was some weird mishap in the hotel where I thought I was gonna have to shell out a bunch of money. But like I went and talked to them, and they were just like, I told them what happened, and they're like, don't worry about it, you're good. So I was like, I was planning on paying around $200 for some damage. I was like, it wasn't my fault, and I explained it, and they were just like, they're like, no, you're good, because I was honest. I didn't just try to sneak out and be like, I hope they don't know this. No. I was just like, hey, dude, here's what happened.
Yeah, I feel like people are fairly reasonable to listen to you. Like,
In fact, they were like, are you okay? Is everything all right? I'm like, I'm fine. Nothing happened. Like, okay, well, don't worry about it. It's not a problem. We have it covered. I was like, so I didn't buy the kimono because I was like allotting the money for potentially paying for that. But this last time I went back to the shop. The lady remembered me. I showed her the business card from the previous trip, and she was like so grateful. I think so. Like, it's cool because it comes with a little cartoon pamphlet she gave me on how to put the kimono on. But it's like all in Japanese cartoon.
I'm sure it was wrapped beautifully, as always.
She wrapped it very nicely and has like all the obi belt, like the big belt that wraps around and shows you how to wrap that. Because they're pretty intricate. Like, it's not just you throw it on and you're done. There's a certain way and everything. And then I asked Cliff's daughter if she wanted to do it. She's all into like Japanese culture and anime, so she was like dying. Like when she saw the robot, she was so excited.
It is exciting. So, it's like one of my favorite. Like I said, that was one of my favorite series ever.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy watching. I always follow, obviously, and I'm still trying to. I see the new things that were coming out. This one is actually my favorite out of the ones that we brought in, and I'm not sure if it's just because of the way that the lanterns are laying, and it has a little bit more of like a. I guess it kind of draws you in a little bit to the center. Yeah, so I really like it. But the one that we did for the cover for the flyer, that was the most popular one, obviously. So it was so nice to have all of them together on the wall. It was, and then how I do the shows, it's not really a theme like you have to fit into. I want to be able to see what art is happening, and then I want to be able to build around that.
Right.
I feel like your work is it can always be incorporated because it's not just photography. It always feels like it's a little bit more of a depth, you know.
Yeah.
And having been able to see you work and you know, document your work as
Yeah.
well, it's like I feel like it's not, you really take in consideration architecture and you know, different angles of when we're, you know, cruising around. And you can, I mean, that's the same building, the I'm going to say it wrong, the Sakura stage, you know, same building, but just different
perspective.
Yeah. And
yeah,
it
like
really,
my aunt was here and she came and saw it with her daughter, and like, she was talking to Kendra about it. Like I was off somewhere else, but she was like, I don't get this. Like, I'm not that she doesn't understand, but she's just like, what is he looking? How did he get this part? And like, Kendra's like, oh well, he's inside of it. He's in that part here, looking out at the street across, and that's the reflection of the. And she still just didn't understand. And Kendra's like, that's why he's good at what he does. He sees things people don't see.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a nice way of.
Well, it's true. It makes it interesting. I mean, I don't know how many people walk by that building a million times. I mean, are they taking the same angle that you are? No.
That's the crazy part. Is I've been going to that thing with Tony for like, I think it's been around since shortly after the pandemic ended and we were able to travel again. So it's been a few years, like 4 years probably. And every time I go there, there's not a single other photographer there. Like, I don't get it. It's like the most beautiful thing to shoot.
Yeah.
And there's never anyone there, which, I mean, I'm not complaining because that's awesome for me.
Yeah.
And it's like, before, when it first opened, I think I told you last night, like it was roped off. It was just like an art installation, basically. It was this thing you just looked at and walked past, and then they decided to like open it, and you can cut across the catwalk that goes up top.
Got it.
And so like that's when I just like got super excited because you could go in it and get all those cool angles. And like it's not on any of the ones I have here, but I have a different set of them where it was raining that night when I was photographing, and I guess a little drop of rain got on my lens and I didn't catch it. So when I developed the film, like it has this weird, cool like filter. Like it just made it look very like
a happy accident.
A little ghostly, but it looks so cool. It looks like almost like a painting or something. I was just like, that looks really cool. So those I'm excited to like put somewhere as well.
That's so cool.
So yeah, that place is awesome. But
and then you had a show there.
Yes.
When was that? It was in the fall?
That was last spring. May.
So it was last spring.
It was in Osaka first, and then Tokyo in Harajuku.
And how'd it go?
It went amazing.
Did it?
I sold my pieces.
Oh.
And the people, like it was like Nathan from the Hive Gallery.
Yeah.
So he was there, and then some of his buddies, like a guy from a gallery in Oakland called FM Oakland. He was there as well, and he was showing some pieces, and we just kind of like. At the Osaka show, it was really nice because the gallery owner, after the show was done, he invited us to his house and made takoyaki for us.
Your favorite.
And then he bought us like strong zeros and Sapporo beers. Like he just got us a bunch of booze and we just had takoyaki and just got drunk and had fun. Super hospitable guy, and it was his home/art gallery.
Interesting.
So he had little pieces and like there's a kind gesture. I was like, I'm gonna buy one of those for Kendra. And it was like basically a little figurine that you can paint yourself and draw. Like, but he hand makes all these weird little Japanese custom pieces. So I thought that was a cool little thing.
Yeah.
So Kendra loved it. And Tokyo one was in Harajuku.
So it was a traveling show. Oh, nice.
Osaka, Tokyo, and then came to LA at the Hive, and then went to FM Oakland.
Yeah.
And then went to Taiwan.
Oh, I thought it was just traveling within Japan, but you went. Oh, that's so cool.
Like internationally, so it was just like.
Oh, that's so great.
Japan, America, and then Taiwan got added in, and like that one was cool because they did the local one of the major news channels, not news channels, television, like entertainment channel. They came and filmed it and interviewed Nathan, and
so cool.
You know, promoted it on TV, broadcasted it. So I was like, so it was really cool. You know?
So cool.
So that one was. I wish I could have gone there. Like it happened 2 weeks before we got there.
Yeah.
So we couldn't like really upend the plans. Like we already saw it in Tokyo and Osaka. So I was like, yeah, we'll just stick to our plans. But the gallery itself was really nice as well. So, yeah. So that was fun.
Man, I feel like you know, even since we started working together, everything. It's a slow build, but it is building for you.
It is.
I mean, it is just. I'm always so impressed with you know, especially I know you have the love for Japan, and that's where you really like you feel very symbiotic with them, you know, and I love that. But I just the growth overall, you know, and the different publications, and it feels nice to be a part of that journey with you. Like, you know, you always have a home here, obviously. But I also just I love to see the growth and the, you know, it's impressive, and your work just keeps getting better and better and better. I mean, that's something that your work was never. I never saw that and went, it's okay. I was always very impressed with it. But it really does keep escalating, and it's abundantly clear that other people feel the same way. You know, how do you feel about where you are?
Right now, I'm really happy. I feel like there's good momentum, and like a lot of things are happening. Like I got, you know, I told you about the Rebel Canvas interview.
Yes, yeah.
And then like last year in August, Nathan offered me like a solo show at the Hive, like a little Rising Star of LA like solo thing, and like I was like, awesome, like that was really cool. He just texted me one day. He was like, hey, how would you like a solo feature? I was like,
love it.
Yes, please. So like he's been really cool, and and then like getting to show here again is awesome. And
well, you're always welcome.
Yeah,
you know.
So I feel like there's good momentum, and things are popping off a bit. So because after the pandemic, there was just like this big lull where I just felt like I had momentum before that, especially with the Cholos show and everything, and then like I was going to have a solo show in Tokyo. And then COVID closed everything, and that guy lost his gallery.
Yes,
and
I remember that.
So that was all. So that was a bummer. And after that, it was kind of like felt like nothing. Like all the momentum was gone.
Yeah,
the wind got put out of the sails.
We've been talking about doing. You know, we do our art nail fair, and that's been slow success, but successful. You know, and it's just we're learning to navigate art fairs. That's a whole new. I mean, you know, that's a whole nother crazy thing. But we have been. So my gallery in LA, you know, it has it's all the big part of that big, huge building, you know, so I had been talking to them, and we've been talking about bringing art nail to LA. Basically, instead of booths, we want to do the individual, like the retail spots. You know, there's some empty retail spots, and the owners are like, yeah, you have it, it's yours. Like, and so now we just have to coordinate it, coordinate. So we're working on that. But in my mind, I still think that, like, especially in Los Angeles, those prints, like if we did like an art fair type, because they're so big, like they're big and they're high impact, and it's just like that would be the spot that people would, you know, that would exactly. So I still think about them. I'm like, oh, we need to, like, I don't want to. I guess I just don't ever want them to go away because I have such a love for them. You know. They're just so cool, and it's still, you know, I opened Austin with that show, and it was just everybody, they were blown away. Nobody knew what to do with it, but they liked it. Right. If that makes any sense. In Austin, Japanese cholos weren't like on the high.
I think even here, like when I tell people, they're like, wait, what?
Yeah. I feel like with the internet now, it's almost like some people have kind of heard of it. And so, but when I remember when we first talked about it, I had a little bit of wind of it, only from I knew they were into the lowrider culture, and then we had talked about that. But then when I wanted to open, because we had it in LA, we did the show in LA, which was good. And then I was like, I'm going to open Austin with this. And, you know, I'm like coming out of the gate in Austin. I don't know I have no idea what that climate's going to be like. I have no idea. So we opened the show with that, and people just, they were interested. They read it. They wanted to come see it, but nobody like knew what to do with it. And then as soon as you start talking about how those cultures collided, and you were able to convey like what this actually is, and then you as an artist, I'm able to go here and I'm invited into this sort of world. Then people, like, it was like a loosened up type thing, you know, like, oh, okay, I think I can get on board with this idea.
It was like super tricky too, to like, because I literally had maybe 3 hours to shoot that. And like, because we were losing daylight, you know, and it was winter, so it's like super cold, and like to get them to expose the tattoos, I didn't want to ask them when it's like, you know, 50 degrees out, hey, take your shirts off in public here.
And you also don't want to ask them in 5 minutes.
And like, you know, I told you I broke the ice by bringing them a bottle of their favorite whiskey, and you know, that was a good icebreaker. Like,
well, you know, getting people drunk usually helps to, you know, get them.
So we did that and like walked around, and then by the end of it, they knew what to do. Like I didn't even have to ask them. They were just like, all right, we're gonna stand here. And I was like, oh,
They
awesome.
all look like models.
Yeah,
they really did.
They
just were so natural. It like,
I think they've been photographed a lot, because later on I found out, I was looking on YouTube at some like videos, and one of the guys was in a documentary of Japanese tattoo culture.
Got it.
He's a tattoo artist as well. Yeah. But I was like, that's Yuji. Like, oh, and like I messaged him. I was like, hey, I just saw your documentary. He's like, oh, thank you. Man. So I didn't know that they were, I think they're just used to that. So when I asked them to take pictures, they knew what to do. They're like, okay. And then just how cool they were to like, they had so much fun with us. They were just like, we want to buy you drinks. Come on, let's hang out. Now let's all hang out. We drink our whiskey. Now let's hang out. Yeah. I mean, we just went to like, it was funny because we went to like, we're trying to go to an izakaya, like a traditional like Japanese bar, but there was a big baseball game going on, so all the bars were filled. So we couldn't get in, so we ended up going to the hub, which is like a British pub in Japan. Oh. So we had like Japanese cholos in a British pub in Japan.
That's hilarious.
Out there just like, like.
Well, you never know where you're going to end up there.
That's what we
That's
loved.
Actually the cool thing. That's the best part about going.
There was like no plan for the day. It was just like, we're going to shoot around Harajuku because like that's where we met. And
I still to this day, because we, I want to travel and go here and go there, and I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I'm really not a lot of places like I really, really have to go anymore, and mostly because I don't want to leave my dog. But I do. But I do say over and over again, Japan is the place I would go back tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
I would go tomorrow, and I would stay for however long they would have me. It's so beautiful.
Crazy how many people are going. Like I went to Trader Joe's like a couple weeks ago, and the guy at the cashier, he was just like, yeah, I'm going to Japan in April.
Randy and Doug, they're in Japan. My cousin just got back from Japan. Like they were there for like 4 weeks. It was crazy.
Like when I got back from Japan, like because that's how it came up. He was just like, oh, so what you been up to? I was like, I just actually still a little jet lag. I just got back from Japan. He's like, I'm going in April. And then my friend Barbara, she's like, yeah, we're gonna go in October. I was like, oh, like all these people first time going. Like everyone's just, I think because of how, like I said, the yen is so weak right now. Everyone's like, okay.
Flights are a little bit cheaper, and things are like
more expensive now.
Well, I guess that's true. Yeah. Well, geez, can't travel anywhere now.
Yeah.
I timed it just right coming out.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's a killer. It's just, I guess we're also used to consumption that we just do it because what else are we gonna do?
Yeah. But Japan's just so like friendly for foreigners. Like they're just so accommodating.
It really is.
It's all everything's in English as well.
It's also like I have yet to have, and we talked about this when we were there. Everywhere we go, it could be the 7-Eleven, it could be the fancy restaurant, it could be just any stop you go to. It's always a pleasant experience, and it's always good. And there's not like, and even if something's not as good, it's not bad or terrible, rotten. Yeah, like it's just not, the level of commitment they have to not only customers, not only their crafts, but just it's the pride in presentation, and it's the we want to do the best we can be. It's the culture.
It's just like the pride in like the community. Like it's not just, it doesn't reflect just on the individual. It reflects on everyone around you.
Yeah.
So like that's why we don't have that here. You walk into like,
what do you mean? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about.
But yeah,
I did not notice.
They're so like just polite. Like even when they want to say no, they don't straight up say no. They'll do the whole thing where they're like, cool, and then they just sit there, and you have to kind of be like, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
They're not going to straight up be like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
If you hear, that's difficult, that means no, and you just kind of got to let it go. Be like, okay, well, we'll move on.
You just have to say, okay.
You can't just sit there and be like, well, can you do it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get you. Like there's subtle little like things that they do that way. Where once you understand the culture, you're like, okay, you can.
Yeah, they're not going to be mean or rude. But there's polite nuances that you have to recognize so that you don't like. You don't want to, and then you don't want to be rude.
Well, that was the shocking thing when I went to Taiwan. Is like they have like a credit card reader at the convenience store, and they have a credit card reader, and then right next to it is one for like, how you can get those little passes where you just load it up with money and you can pay for it just by tapping on things.
Yeah.
So they had one for that, and I put mine on the wrong one, and the dude just yelled at me. He's like, "No, that's not the right this one. I was just like, holy shit. Dude. He was like,
they have no problem being rude.
yeah, he just straight up yelled at me. I was like, not expecting that.
That's
like,
hilarious.
Interesting.
How was shooting in Taiwan overall? Like, how was that whole experience for you?
It was weird. Like, I noticed, like, if I'm somewhere, like, say, like, when we went to, like, Scotland and we went to, like, London and stuff, like, it doesn't grab me as much. And so I don't have, like, the inspiration, I guess. Like, because it's Western architecture and it's stuff that you see here, you know? So it's not like, there's nothing crazy. I mean, there's some of the older buildings and stuff, but it's still, you know.
Here's all very derivative, so it doesn't.
So I'm just kind of like, but like in Taiwan, I think I was getting a little of that where I was just kind of like, nothing here's really grabbing me right away. But then after a couple of days, I started like getting into it. I think I just had to, like, I also was sick the first few days. I got sick on the airplane, of course.
Never good.
So Kendra got sick. She was laid up all day in bed one night. And then I caught it 2 days later. And I actually fainted. I'd never fainted in my life.
My God. Well, the heat, you said, too.
Well, it was cool, but I was like, I was doing the whole thing that she was doing. I just stayed in bed, and I was in bed, and it was our last night. We were taking off the next day, and Kendra like texted me. She was like, I'm down by the waterfront, and it's beautiful. There's all these like little restaurants and bars. You can get drinks and just sit by the water and watch the bay. And I was like, all right, it's our last night. I'm going to go. Make an effort. So I took the train, walked like 15, 20 minutes to get to it, got there, ordered a beer, and like the back of my neck just started getting all like hot and sweaty. I was like, gosh, I don't know, I don't feel so good. And then next thing I know, I'm just kind of like sitting up, and she's like, are you all right? And I was like, yeah, you know.
Oh my God,
I was like,
scary.
at least I didn't black out. She's like, what are you talking about? You passed out. You've been passed out for like a minute.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, she said I just went face down into the table, just went like, and I woke up and my mouth was all like messed up because she had to like stick her fingers in my mouth to make sure I was breathing.
Good thing you have a doctor for a wife.
Exactly. But what sucks is everyone around us just thought I was wasted because I was just like,
so nobody's even helping you?
No one helped. Kendra didn't know what to do. She was just like, ground, and everyone just like, oh, that guy's wasted. But I was like, I didn't even get to take a sip of my beer. So I was just God. I should have stayed in bed. And like, I had never fainted in my life. So that was scary. I was like, whoa.
No.
I just went back to the hotel room. We got a cab, went to the hotel room, and like, she just felt like a cold cloth on my head. I just laid there and went to bed. And,
oh no. Yeah. And then you had to fly out the next day?
14-hour flight. But luckily we were in the business class. So I just like laid down. I couldn't sleep because I was all sick. But I was at least able to lay down and be comfortable and rest.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was like, okay. But
that
was brutal.
God.
So yeah, Taiwan it was fun, but there's also a lot
emotions.
of
Yeah.
I had some weird things. I was like,
I feel like the two that we got I love the towers. I think that one's really good. And I wasn't actually sure about the other one at first, but honestly it was the color that grabbed me. And then now that I've sat with it for a little bit, I'm like, oh yes, like because there's something about the blur effect, and then it's hit and miss, but it was the color, and even in like the files, you can see, and I was like, I just love
the Tokyo one.
Oh, sorry, Tokyo Bay. It was Tokyo Bay.
Okay,
I was thinking for some in my mind I had Taiwan.
Oh no, okay.
Because you were talking about the bay, and then I was like, oh no.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, I love the towers. But no, it was the Tokyo Bay one. Yeah, that's the one I was. But there's something about it, I don't know. I think tonally that one, like now I walk by it, and I think it's actually starting to become like my favorite of the pieces. I still think this one's my number one. But there's something about the blue, and it could just be the break from the pink and the other ones that are there, but. Yeah, I like I said, I feel like you just continue to elevate your work, and it really, I feel like it shows, every trip. Where you I know Kendra mentioned it, but if you want to talk about where you're going next. You're going Tokyo in fall.
In the fall, then next year we're going to Greece. So
oh wow.
Never been there. I don't even know what to expect. Like,
oh wow.
But Tony, our friend Tony, he's going with us. Tony and his girl are going to go with us, so we're going to go together. And Tony, his parents, they were Greek, so it's going to be a little like going home for him and seeing where
it's a heritage trip.
Yeah, where his people are from, and Kendra is just, she wants to see all the new places.
Sure,
like she's going to Colombia in May, and I'm kind of like a little nervous about that.
Why? Colombia's beautiful.
Well, I'm just,
Oh, you mean like safety wise? Is she just going by herself?
And Americans right now aren't very well loved down there.
She'll be fine.
I hope
she's
so.
Like, yeah.
She's going by herself, but she has friends that live there. Like
Oh,
there was
she'll be
couple
fine.
that lived here, and then they moved to Colombia.
Yeah.
And so they know, like, she's Colombian.
She's gonna be with people that know
Yeah,
the area.
they know
like,
the area,
yeah,
and they
she'll
know
be fine.
where's safe and where isn't. But
she'll be fine. She's
just
she's not gonna have to relegate herself to a resort somewhere.
no. She'll be okay. But I'm just like,
yeah.
So it should be fun. But so yeah, she's doing Colombia. She asked if I want to go. I was like, no, I really don't have any interest in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll go.
I know you have a pause going on. What's going on? Oh.
This is fun.
Oh. Mine's blinking red already. So should we just? Okay. Do you want it? Should we change mics just to finish up, or you think it'd be all right?
Maybe turn it off and on.
We'll turn it off, huh?
Hold it for a few seconds.
Huh? Not blinking.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe
Just a reset.
for some odd reason.
Who knows?
Oh.
Oh, there it goes.
I think it's probably not charged. Do you want to switch mics and then we can? Okay. All right. Sorry. We'll switch it up.
Let me take my
If you want to
jacket
give me that one, I'm gonna give you another one.
You want this one?
Yeah. I'm gonna switch setups because we only have the two.
Leave it running.
Yeah. Boop. Start thinking about. I think it's fine.